What's going on, people? Welcome back to Premzy TV. Big win for Arsenal today. Many of us thought it was going to be a bit of a difficult game, but the boys, cruise control, silky football, and we end up going to Craven Cottage, snatching them 3 points, 3-0, and it could have been many more, to be totally honest with you. But look, we're going to dive into the performance from the boys today, but make sure you use man smashing a like on this video as well as we're trying to push it out. I have actually put the link in the description and in the chat. It is pinned to the chat. So if any of you fancy jumping on and giving your thoughts around the game, obviously you will load up in the background and I'll bring you on as and when, and we can discuss a little bit about the match today. But look, what an absolute professional performance from the boys today. Just what we needed. I wanted to see us, man, go and absolutely dominate a game of football, stick it all over him, score loads of goals. I wanted to see something different from a last-minute winner here and there, because we see now that we can go and score last-minute winners, and that is great to have in your armour. But I wanted to see a clinical performance, and boy, oh boy, did we get that today. First of all, I just want to touch on a few of the players. Leandro Trossard, as you can see in the title, for me, rightfully so, was given the man of the match. What an unbelievable performance. A hat-trick of assists from Leandro Trossard. You get me? We haven't seen that since Cesc Fabregas days. You know what I mean? Mkhitaryan, I think, was the last person who got a hat-trick of assists for us. And Trossard, it seems to be an absolute steal. What a signing he has been. He's been involved in a lot of goals since he's come to Arsenal. Two-footed, good in tight spaces, unselfish, can have a crack on both feet. Just the needed added quality that we needed to this squad. Just what we needed. And look, the whole team, right from the back, straight to the front, all played quality. For me, Thomas Partey was running the show in midfield as well. He's a general of that midfield. Then one-touch passing, progressive passes forward, finding his players with ease. It helps keep the flow of the game to a high standard. And that's what we're seeing today. But look, Martinelli, 5 goals in 5. Quality, you get me? Since he's been dropped and put on the bench for that game, yeah, he's come into the team and he's thinking, nah, I'm not having none of that. I am not having none of that. You get me? I'm looking to be in, week out. And this guy now is causing problems because we've got Trossard, we've got Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, big up your goddamn self. He's back. We've seen Gabriel Jesus back and he doesn't look off it at all. He had an opportunity towards the back end of the game. And you know what? Is one of them, and it is the first shot he's had in 4 months. It didn't fall to him perfectly as it was rolling away from him. I did expect him to score, I'm not going to lie, but he's back, and that's all we needed. He is back. I will get into the comments as well, but like I said, people, I have pinned the link to the chat. So if you do fancy coming on and giving your thoughts, it's something that I want to trial, and obviously, hopefully, if it goes well, I'll bring on more fans and more people that want to give their opinion on the game. But look, in that first half, the only criticism I could say is that we should have scored more goals. There was an opportunity from Granit Xhaka, which was some silky, sexy football getting played. And I think he was just caught in two minds. Granit Xhaka, I think he couldn't believe that it landed to him in that position. And he took the extra shot where, personally, I thought if he would have just banged it one time, it would have went in. Martinelli at the back post, good ball from Ben White at the back post. He's hit it into the floor. And to be fair, it was a decent save from Bird Leno, but we could have scored there as well. And again, Odegaard, good performance. I think he could have got another goal as well towards the back end of the game. He kind of had a shot from Reiss Nelson. The ball's come in from Reiss Nelson. It's kind of bounced before it's got to him, but I expect Odegaard to be putting that away. And that's what I want to see. I want to see us killing teams off. I want to see us absolutely finitoing teams, because we need to, I think, we're 5 goals behind Man City now on goal difference. These are the kind of games that count in order to build that goal difference gap closer, because we've all seen what happens with Liverpool and Man City over the years. You can just miss out on goal difference. You can miss out on a point. These things matter. And in games like this, when you got the ascendancy, your tails are up, just go and absolutely smack the back out of the rest of this opposition. And that's all I want to see. You know what I mean, people? But we will get into some of your comments as well shortly. But Mikel Arteta today, he's accumulated an absolute squad and a half for me. I think there's so much different kind of options we've got. If you look at our bench today, the likes of Kieran Tierney, Emil Smith-Rowe, Reiss Nelson, you know, Jorginho, Jesus on the bench. we've got now a squad. Even Vieira looks like he's coming into his own as well. We can rely and call on different players. Tomiyasu as well. He came on today. Vieira came on today. They all look like they can play a part in this title charge. And we haven't seen that in years. We haven't seen Arsenal have a bench that can come on and be effective in a game. And I'm just happy to see it. I'm happy to see now it looks like we've got more of a complete squad. Obviously, we will be strengthening in the summer, but now it looks like the signings that were made in January look to be smart signings. At the time, I think everybody wanted Mudryk because he was young, promising. There was so much hype around him. But Trossard seems to be the right deal. He seems to shut all them rumours up, made everyone forget about Mudryk real quick. As we've seen, my man ain't really doing nothing for Chelsea. You get me? And Trossard, since he's come to the club, he's assisting left, right and centre. He's popping up with the odd goal. And most important of all, his performances are top notch. I don't think I've seen Trossard have a bad performance in an Arsenal shirt yet, which is high praise. It is high praise, Premier League proven, and just at literally a fraction of the price of what we would have got Mudryk at. Smart business. Jorginho as well. I wasn't too keen on Jorginho coming into Arsenal in January. However, he's added experience, he's added squad depth, and he looks like he's a player that we can now rely on if Thomas Partey is out injured. So big up to Edu, big up to Mikel Arteta. They look like they know what they're doing. I'm going to get into some of these comments. Solid performance from the lads, absolutely dominated in the first half and controlled the performance in the second. Buzzing to see Gabriel Jesus back. We need him to finish off the season via, you know what, bro, definitely. And that's something I've seen from Arsenal this season quite a bit, managing the game. In the second half, we slowed the ball down. We managed the game better. As you can see, Fulham were getting involved in the game a little bit more. They hit the crossbar from a Mitrovic corner. Prior to that, there was a save from Reed. At Ramsdale, made a good save, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. He's kept that clean sheet. I think we've kept all five away games we've had now. We've kept a clean sheet in all away London derbies, which is a massive achievement. I don't think anyone's done that before. So you got to look at it now. We're breaking records, we're setting records, and we're doing something right. And the contrast from this performance to the performance from Bournemouth last week, you can see it there. The boys today, total domination, total control. Last week, we shown grit, determination, balls, spirit, character, you name it. We shown that to get over the line and get the victory from 2 goals down to win it 3-2. You get me? That shows some real steel. But now moving forward, I don't want to see them last minute goals now. I touched on it a little earlier. I don't want to see them last minute goals. I just want to see comfortable wins because I can't take it anymore. You know what I mean? This last 10 games that we're going to come up after Crystal Palace, it is going to be sweaty palm time, squeaky bum time, because every single game counts now. Them last 10 games is where we're going to see if Arsenal can get over the line, and we're going up against a Man City side who've got that know-how and got that experience. But I'm confident from what I've seen and going off the evidence of Arsenal this season and this season alone. It doesn't look like we're going to falter. It doesn't look like we're going to drop our heads. It doesn't look like the mentality's cracked at all. It looks like we're a new Arsenal, and we've seen that for most part of this season so far. Every question that's got thrown at us, we overturn it. You get me? The pundits, everybody have been doubting us right from the get-go. And what have the players done? They've not let that get to him. They've not kind of fought on it or dwelled on it. They've just carried on doing what they're doing, and it's working a treat. It's working an absolute treat. Trossard, way too good. Lad is flying under Mikel. Well, we've seen it. Mikel Arteta is making players better. And I think with Trossard as well, because he was at Brighton and he wasn't at a big club, now he's at Arsenal. He's going to want to show the world what he can do on a big stage. You get me? Because you got to think there's not that many people around the world that are watching Brighton games. But when Arsenal are playing, a lot of people around the world are watching these Arsenal games, and he's going to want to prove to everyone that he's the guy. He's in the latter parts of his career now as well, where you could say he's at his prime of his career, but it's not like he's a spring chicken at 22, 23 years old, and he's still got time to progress and develop. He's here, ready now, and that's what we're going to need moving forward, because being in the Europa League as well, yeah, the competition is totally different to the Champions League. Once we get into that Champions League and we're in it next season, we're going to need every single player to count, and we're going to need quality as well coming off the bench. You get me? Because we see what can happen We seen against Bayern Munich, we got slapped up 10-2. You get me? And we weren't ready at times to be in the Champions League. But I think this team will be ready to be in the Champions League. We accumulate 1-2 more solid signings. Yeah, we can challenge on all fronts next season. Because I think, like I touched on, Fabio Vieira looks like he's coming into his own now. That little ball that he put through to Gabriel Jesus, just knowing that he was on the right-hand side of him, you can see that the chemistry is developing between all the lads. Great to see Kieran Tierney back as well. You get me? I was a little bit worried when he didn't play against Sporting, but I heard that he was ill after the game, and it was due to that, because there's been plenty of rumours flying around about Kieran Tierney and Newcastle and so on. And for me, we have to keep Kieran Tierney in this team 110%, because you need a big squad. You need a solid 22. You can't just have a solid 11 and expect to go on the Champions League run, Premier League run, because now we're in this Premier League run. I want us to maintain this now moving forward. I don't just want this to be a one-season wonder. I want us to see us competing for the Premier League year in, year out, because as fans, that's all we can ask for. You get me? Even if we lose the league by a point or 2 points, we know next season when we're going to the games, we're traveling to the games, there's a possibility of Arsenal win the league this season, and a good chance. And that gives you hope and belief. And that's what we've been missing for years. You get me? Most of these years, we've been going to the games, we've been watching Arsenal on TV, and we're fighting for top 4. You get me? Not good enough. I've grown up through the eras of Arsenal winning Premier Leagues, being the best team in the country. And I want that to continue now. 19 years is being too long. Football works in cycles, and it looks like our cycle has returned, people. I'm telling you now. Prems, late start, bro. Are you doing this guy, bro? I swear down, he comes up with some mad shit. Yeah, people that don't know, yeah, he must be Punjabi. You get me? And it's just crazy. You get me? I swear down, just allow it, fam. You know what I mean? Absolutely allow it. Excellent win, just won and saw out the game. It looks like we got our first fan in the cut today. Yes, bro. You good? Can you hear me there, brother?
I'm good. I'm absolutely buzzing.
Is it Wilson, is it?
Yeah, Wilson.
Yes, Wilson. Big up yourself, bro. What you telling me, man? I see you in the cut all the time, man. I appreciate your support. I see you here all the time, man. How are you doing? What did you think of the performance today?
I have to say, it was simply a masterclass from Arsenal. Masterclass from start to finish, Premzy. And I have to say, the whole Arsenal team were immense. Immense. Like, we were so clinical. Our football was just sublime at times because we're oozing with confidence and class. And Thomas Partey, my word.
General in the midfield, ain't you?
I mean, exactly. He is essentially the general. He totally controlled on midfield. I don't remember Partey losing the ball once. Do you, Premzy? Because I don't remember him losing the ball at all. He hasn't.
No.
Like, he's brilliant. Like, I never felt nervous around him. He makes things so easy. And he's probably Arsenal's most important player. Without him, in particular, we would not be top of the league, and we would not be 5 points clear. And all Arsenal can do now, Premzy, is keep doing what they're doing, keep proving the doubters wrong, shut them up, keep defending properly, and score the goals. And we're doing that.
Mm. Do you know what, bro? I totally agree with you. We see when Thomas Partey's out the team, what we lack. You get me? He's the general of the midfield. But I do think at times as well, especially in this game, with them lacking Paulinho today, and even Willian, who's being quite good for them. I think that was a knock for them. We were opening up like a kind of fucking Coke, bro. I'm telling you now, going through them like butter. It was mad at times, but I 100% agree. I think we definitely need to look. We got Jorginho, but in the summer we need to definitely be recruiting somebody off Thomas Partey's level, because we do see the levels drop when Thomas Partey's out the team, and he's so influential to the way that we play, bro. And like you said, bro, it wasn't even just Thomas Partey today. He could have got a man of the match performance. It was all the way through the team. You get me? William Saliba strong, Gabriel as well. Big up Elliot in the cut. This is my graphic designer as well, people. Make sure you go and show him some love on Instagram. He says, what a performance. Hat-trick of assists for Trossard. Gabriel
Oh,
Jesus
Trossard
looks
was immense.
crispy. And
Trossard was
Gabriel
immense.
loves scoring against Fulham. Today is a good day in his Ice Cube voice. You know what, bro? I think Gabriel, he scored against Fulham earlier on in the season, and he scored now in it. So Gabriel Jesus, not Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Mangala's at the back. Yeah, I think a lot. He goes under the radar a little bit because how well William Saliba's come and slotted into the
Yeah.
team. But I'm just full of praise of him because he is quality. He's our front-footed centre back. He goes out, he wins the challenges, he puts himself in them difficult positions. But 9 out of 10, he comes out on top. What did you make of the defence today?
I have to say, the defense, I felt the defense were back to their old selves. Absolutely immense. Gabriel, again, immense. Saliba, in particular, when Fulham were trying to put the balls into the box, Saliba just dealt with it. He dealt with it like a proper defender should be doing. Shevchenko, oh, he was influential. I'm not even joking. His passing at times was
Mm,
just brilliant. Like, Ramsdale, all right, he had a bit of iffy moments, Ramsdale, but I felt maybe at half, but Ramsdale was very good, despite those
yeah,
just tiny iffy moments. But other than that, he was immense. The whole back four were immense, and I think Fulham offered nothing, absolutely nothing, because we made
yeah.
them to look bad.
Yeah. No, the football we were playing, it was so silky. It was sexy at times. You get me? This was
Oh,
like watching the Arsenal of old, the way we knocked the ball around. Even that build up to Granit Xhaka's attempt at goal that he kind
oh,
of
he should have
scuffed
had a
it.
shot,
Yeah,
man,
I think he just,
with the
he
full
seen the
thing.
lights, didn't he? He seen the lights and he thought, you know what? I can't believe I'm in this position. You know what I mean? Because it
Yeah,
was just
yeah, yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
fluid. It was fluid. But Trossard, man, we have to give this guy now some real respect. He's come from Brighton.
Exactly.
We know what he's capable of doing in the league. We've seen him score a hat trick against Liverpool, which isn't easy. And this guy is coming to Arsenal and he's just taken to it like glue. Like,
Oh, no.
honestly, at times when Trossard's got the ball, he just reminds me of a Santi Cazorla. I swear to God, he
Oh,
reminds me of a Santi, of how he can just use both feet,
oh,
dribble left, dribble right, turn players inside and out. It's
oh,
scary at times, man.
brilliant. And for me, if it wasn't for that in January, because we know, like going to January, right? We were short of what's it called? We were short of attacking options. We
Mm,
needed somebody. If we did not buy Trossard, we'd have been struggling. I'm not even joking depth wise, because you know and I know we're in the Premier League right now. And also we're in Europa League as well. You need to have like a squad to cope with at least two competitions as well. That Trossard signing alone has made the difference. It's not only him, but Jorginho as well.
yeah.
Those two signings for me have completely not just transformed, transformed the team, helping out for younger players. It's
Mm,
actually making them feel. It's actually making those some of those younger players like Martinelli and Smith Rowe and all of those players better as well on a different level. And they've brought like a bit of what's it called, Premier League experience and winning mentality. You need to have those two ingredients if you
mm,
want to win the title. Defenses win. Defense defenses keep clean sheets. Strikers win games, and midfield need to control the game.
mm.
And we've done that completely. We've ticked every single box. And can I just say something about Gary Neville, especially? This, I can't stand Gary Neville. A few was remember a month ago, Premzy, Gary Neville said that Manchester United are going to finish above Arsenal.
Yeah,
Wake up and smell the coffee, man.
Gary Neville's a sausage, man. Gary Neville's a
He,
sausage. I'm
I,
telling you
I
now
mean,
for a fact, he's a
I have to
sausage. He
say,
hates us
Premzy,
with a passion, innit? He hates us with a passion. And you know what? I don't blame him because I hate United with a passion. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame him. This
exactly,
is what he's gonna
Premzy.
do. But he doesn't like to be wrong, innit? At the end of the
He's a
day,
bitter man. And guess what? And guess what? Well, he was wrong about that. They lost 7-0. 7-0 to Liverpool, right? They drew 0-0 at home to Southampton. And he's got the gall to say that Man United are going to finish above us. I mean, hang on a minute. Let me just look at the table, because we're on 66 points. Man United are on 50 points? That's 16 points. There's no way in hell that we're going to throw that away.
Yeah,
No chance. Nah, Premzy, man, get out of here.
That's just daftness from Gary Neville. But look, we've seen it. Gary Neville always talks a lot of shit in it. I'm not gonna lie. That's just what he does in it. That's why he's Sky Sports' biggest pundit right now, isn't it? Because he just loves talking shit. But look, let's focus away from this for a second. Let's focus towards Man City now, because it's going to be real tough. The last 10 games, obviously, we can go in 8 points clear if we beat Crystal Palace. Yeah. We could go into the international break 8 points clear, which it gives us a good cut, gives us a good little bit of room, because we seen Man City struggle yesterday. They had to win by a penalty in order to get the victory. So there's nothing easy in this league. We struggled against Bournemouth, and we managed to overturn and get a result. We've seen these go, and these beat Liverpool yesterday. So there's nothing's a given in the league. But how do you see the final 10 games panning out? How do you see Arsenal doing at Anfield, doing at the Etihad? How do you see it?
If I'm honest, that Palace game's crucial for me, because we've got the chance to put even more pressure on City, because we've got momentum, we're in great form. I expect us to beat Palace at home. I really do. The performance we put in today against Fulham, apply that against Palace. Just put them under pressure, play your football. We do that, we'll win that game. As far as the other games are concerned, Liverpool away, we've got a shocking record against them. They used to destroy us every year, Premzy.
We're breaking records this season, though, bro. We're doing it.
I know. But the thing is, even though Liverpool, I mean, the problem with Liverpool, they're inconsistent. We don't know what we're going to get from them. However, Anfield historically is a hostile place. Let's be real. Do
you know what, though, Wilson? People say this, but I go to Anfield away all the time. And when we go Anfield away, even though we end up getting beat by Liverpool, the atmosphere ain't that great. I think with United and certain games in the Champions League, it is on a different level, because it's because of the meaning behind the games. Where when Arsenal play Liverpool, there's not really major rivalry there. And when I do go to the ground, I feel like we take over at times. I feel like even last season we were singing like like they were just quiet. You get me? Like it was proper quiet. You get me? We were singing to them. Shall we sing a song for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I think I mean, if we could go quiet the crowd down in the early parts of the game, get an early goal, and that, I don't think it would be too bad. But I do agree with you. Anything can happen at Anfield, in it, because if the crowd do get behind him, it does give them that lift.
That worries me, because that crowd at Anfield
we already got these man talking now as well. Didn't you just get beat by Bournemouth, lad? You just need to relax.
This guy, man, like, just calm down. You hang on a minute, because you beat Man United 7-0, and we lost to Bournemouth, man. Come on now. I mean, come on, get out of it, man. Anyway, in terms of the games are concerned, Liverpool's gonna be tough. That's not easy.
And City. Liverpool and City, they're going to be very tough games.
Man City will be tough as well, because we've lost to Man City twice already. For me, people saying, "Oh, even if Arsenal lose and win their games to win the title," but nah, man, I don't want to be thinking in that mentality, man. I want Arsenal to get as many points as we can, as far as I'm concerned. The Man City game is crucial for me. For me, if we avoid defeat or beat City and get as many points as we can in the other games, if we can just defend properly, score the goals, and Arteta gets his tactics right, and also, for me, Arteta's important now. It's not just like the players performing. The manager's got to do his part as well. When their tough moments come in, he's got to deal with it. He's got to
make the right substitutions at the right kind of time.
Right substitutions, and you know what? He's got to make sure that these players are in the right frame of mind as well. Mentality. It's crucial.
I think that's his strong point, though, Wilson. I do think that's his strong point, because we've seen us finish 5th last season. We've seen us finish 8th twice prior to that. And I think in order to jump from a 5th place finish to a title charge and being at the top of the league pretty much from the get-go, barring 3 days when City were there, you got to say that's a serious mentality switch. And I think Arteta being around Man City squad, being involved in title-winning teams. He's now brought that over, and he's done smart business in bringing Zinchenko and Jesus, who are being involved in that
Absolutely.
environment over, and you can see it rubbing off on the players. Look at Jesus today. He come on. For me,
Oh
I don't
my
think he
word.
looks any different to before his injury, and we know how serious knee injuries are. When you suffer a knee injury, if you've played football and you understand football, it's one of the hardest injuries to recover from. You go, especially the way Jesus plays, he twists, he turns, putting a lot of pressure on his knees. You get me today. Some of the touches that he did were
Oh,
just
it was just
unbelievable, man.
sublime. Sublime. So it was
Unbelievable.
delicious. It was sublime. And Gabby Jesus, I totally agree with you. Like, he never looked anything different before that injury. And you will know, Premzy, like what Arsenal did not want to do is to rush Gabriel Jesus back. And what if his injury gets worse? So actually, Arsenal deserve a lot of credit for that, for taking
Mm,
their time with Gabriel Jesus and just thought, don't know what? Take some time with Gabby Jesus. He needs time to recover his knee injury, and then put him back at the right time. And I felt today was the right time
yeah.
because, I feel like we are. I feel I should not be feeling nervous at all. I'm not nervous. I'm not
Mm,
nervous. I'm calm because I feel like it's different. This is not the old Arsenal anymore. This is a new Arsenal, and you've said this, Premzy, so many times. I believe there's like a what's it called, a mentality shift as well. We've done it so many times this season. Remember that setback we had against Man City and Everton and um Brentford and that.
mm,
That Villa game for me just shown who we really are. We were 1-0 down, came back to
yeah.
1-1. Then we were 2-1 down. When we were 2-1 down, oh my word, Premzy, I literally threw my kitchen roll at the wall. I was furious. And I thought to myself, what are we doing? And
Yeah.
then I have to say, that Villa game probably has pushed Arsenal to a different level. That just shows character. We've got character. We've shown it time and time and time again, Premzy. I think in the
Yeah.
Bournemouth game, 2-0 down, even though we considered two sloppy goals, and we've shown character. Nobody should be doubting Arsenal's character whatsoever, especially people like Gary Neville. I can't stand him. Honestly, Premzy, I want to prove. Honestly, I would
You
love
know
it
what?
if Arsenal win the league
We
and
need
proven
to
wrong.
we need to really give it our best shot this season, because it's going to start becoming more difficult next
Yeah.
season. I think teams are going to start strengthening. We're going to strengthen as well, but they're going to be a lot more teams. United, you got to give Ten Hag credit, even though they got
Oh,
beat
it
by
totally
Liverpool
does.
7-0 or whatnot. What he's done and how he's transformed that team is second to none, really. The way he's developed players in that squad, like Wan-Bissaka, got the best out of Bruno Fernandes when you seen him falling off Marcus Rashford, these kind of
Oh
players. So if he gets another window behind him, he's going to obviously develop that team further. Chelsea have spent 600 million. At some point, something should click with them. You get me? They probably spend another 600 million in the summer. So we're going to have to wait and see. Liverpool, I'm sure they're going to try to strengthen their team up. They potentially could get a Jude Bellingham. They could go out there, sign a few more
yeah.
midfielders, and they could get back on. We've seen what Klopp can do. Man City as well. This is going to be the second season having the new system with Haaland in play. I can only see them improving. Tottenham, we don't know what's going to happen with Tottenham. They're
Nah,
always
man.
shit in it.
Tottenham are a mess.
They're
Tottenham,
always shit.
Tottenham are a mess
But
right
look,
now.
they might go and get Pochettino, and they might back Pochettino. The one thing I got to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
Pochettino, he's a decent manager. You got to look at it with sensible eyes as well. They could potentially be not, I wouldn't say in the title conversation, but they could be there knocking on the door for top four as well. There's going to be teams like maybe Brighton and Brentford who can develop and add to their squad. They're
And
already playing
Newcastle as
well.
well.
Newcastle as well. This is why this league is the best league in the world, man. But just give us a second there, Wilson. People, make sure you're smashing a like on this video. The link to this stream is actually pinned in the chat. So if anybody wants to come on and give their thoughts, just like Wilson's doing, you're more than free. Just come and hit it up as long as you're sensible and you're not chatting shit, because you just get kicked off in it. So let's just leave
Yeah.
it at that. But look, people, Wilson, I'm going to ask you one more question, before we wrap it up. Are we going to win the Premier League?
100% yes. And I've
Yeah,
explained my reasons already because defensively, we've been solid. Attacking wise, we've been brilliant. The manager knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Like the team know what they're doing. It's like it's the confidence, experience, mentality. That's what we've had virtually all season. And usually I feel nervous when it comes to title challenges, but not this season because it's a different Arsenal. It's like
Mm.
I feel like it's our mentality and probably our determination probably will probably be the difference between us and City. The thing with City, don't get me wrong, they're experienced, they are a decent side, but I just feel like they could drop, I think this will be a fascinating title race. I feel like
Mm.
Arsenal will do it. I really do. I really do. They've got the grit and determination. I really do.
You know what? I believe that we will as well. I've got the confidence and I've got the faith because as fans, that's what you need to have. I think we're going to know a little bit more with the games against Newcastle away, which historically is
That's a
quite a
tough game
difficult
for me.
game
I'm
from us.
worried about that.
And for me, to be fair, I think Newcastle, they got the best atmosphere in the league because even last season when I was away at Newcastle, like literally Arsenal away fans are really, really good. You've seen today on TV, we took over Craven Cottage. It was just like Emirates. You could just hear Arsenal fans. But Newcastle, Goodison Park, first of all, they make you climb 150 fucking stairs, yeah, where you're a million miles away in the crowd. So you can't even hear. And their atmosphere is quality. That's going to be a tough game. I think the Anfield game and the City away game, I think after them 3 games, we're going to know a lot better.
I think we've got Chelsea at home as well.
Yeah,
We
we'll
should beat
thump up
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
surely.
I'm telling you, we will
Surely.
thump up
If we do
Chelsea.
not beat Chelsea, we don't deserve to win the league.
I'm not even looking at
Chelsea, man. We
Chelsea,
should
mate.
beat
I
them.
want him to come to the Emirates, Mudrick, yeah, and get absolutely snapped. I'm saying to Granit Xhaka that day, you can go and get a red card, son. You get me? You go and get a red card, yeah, and put my man in hospital because after what he was doing, yeah, it is disrespect. You get me? You can't come here and have no kind of light. Do you know what I mean? But Wilson, big up yourself, man. Thank you very much for coming on. Obviously, I am looking to start doing this now after every game where I'm going to be putting the link up
Yeah.
in the chat, and any fans, yourself included, want to come on and give your thoughts on the game, going to be more than welcome to. You know what I mean?
Arsenal. Hey, come on, Arsenal, come on.
What do you say to this? Arsenal will never beat City at the Etihad. This is what the Liverpool fans are saying.
Man.
Do you know what I mean? Liverpool have having to hang on to stuff, and the funny thing is, I'm back and he's just seen Liverpool win 1 Premier League trophy in his lifetime as well.
He's running scared.
It's good. We're all here for the banter. As long as it's respectful, we're here for the banter as well, people. So big up yourself, bro, for contributing to the channel and throwing your comments in. But Wilson, thank you very much for coming on. And we should hopefully see you soon, maybe on the next match reaction. Obviously,
Definitely.
I think Sporting at home, that's on Thursday, the 16th, ain't it?
Yeah, that's on Thursday, yeah.
I don't think I'll be doing a reaction then because I am actually going away on Tuesday. So I'm just need a little bit of a break because my birthday on the 15th. So I need to get a little bit of sun and take it from there. Thank you very much, bro. Peace and love. And we'll see you hopefully on one of the next match reactions.
Definitely. See you around, Premzy.
Yeah, man. People, that was Wilson. Wilson give his opinions and his thoughts on the game, just like he has done. I am looking to, like I said, start doing this every single game, every match reaction, that I don't go to the games. I want other people's opinions and input on the channel as well, and get to grow this community to a bigger, stronger community. You get me, people? But look, Wilson come up with some real good, valid points. Confident, as all Arsenal fans should be confident right now, that we can go on and win this league. For me, I do believe we're going to win the league, but at the same time, I'm still a bit cautious because we've got a couple big games coming up, and we know Man City have got the experience over us. You get me? And we just got to look at it realistically. But the way we've been performing this season, nothing says we can't go and win the league. You get me? As long as we can go right to the end of the season, fighting for that title, I'm happy for that, because nobody expected Arsenal to be in this position, especially me. I couldn't even see what Arteta's plan was when he first come, because with Arteta, there was no history to go off. This was his first ever managerial job, finishing 8th twice. You get me? Going in for signings and not be able to get them. It was very frustrating, you get me? Seeing Arsenal being rock bottom last season of the Premier League after 3 defeats in a row, it wasn't healthy at all. But look, sometimes you got to stick to it. And football is about changing your opinions. If someone has changed your opinion, then credit to them. it just shows what a good job that they're doing. And at the end of the day, we're all Arsenal fans. We want the best for our football club. We want to see us lift the big trophies. We want to see us go and compete in Europe, something that we haven't done in a very long time. Since that 2006 final, we haven't competed in Europe at all. We've just been a number and participating in it. And that's the God's honest truth. Get me, people. But look, I'm going to wrap up the stream here because it's half an hour in. You get me? I'm starving. I need to go and get some scran. I don't like eating when I'm watching football because I have to be fully concentrated on the screen. You get me? But people, peace and love. Make sure you smash a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new people. And we'll see you on the next match reaction. Big up yourselves.